It's in the game.
EA Sports is in
circle for this one for quite some time. Throughout the offseason, anticipation for an early-in-the-year top-5 clash. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
I caught up with the Ducks head coach before the game. His running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Ducks ready to kick it away first. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away. Big picture, guys, this certainly isn't an all-or-nothing game. Long season ahead. But how much fun is it to have a top-5 clash like this one early?
It's so much fun, and you don't have to be a fan of just these two top-5 teams. If you're a fan of college football, you're honing in on this game because you're going to learn a lot here, David.
Yeah, and the fans are going to be like, overrated. This is why the preseason polls stink. We get a chance to prove ourselves with some of these teams that hasn't done a lot on the resume yet. Now, today is a resume builder. And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Throwing, Mensah. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Canes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Running inside, it's Jackson. All over him immediately.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. Trying to take it back. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the... yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now here's more. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Quick give. It's Edwards. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. He's got it. Breaks into the open. The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point is good. Here he comes with the return. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. This drive will open from the 15. Hits inside, it's Jackson. Slams into the pile, he'll get 1 to the 17.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback signaling to his guys. They'll move the wide receiver. The give to the back. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Now on 1st down from the 30. Here's Mensah to throw. Out wide right, it's Jackson. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did there throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
Wants to go up top on second down. Going long. Makes a deep grab. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Hurricanes are marching down the field. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Mensah. Reels it in. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Back to the ground game on the left. Might have a got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricanes! The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns. And the extra point is good. So a drive there of 85 yards, and it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Sees an alley. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5. You reach this portion of the season, and games like this, top 5 showdown, can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road.
Yes, you can. You can make these big statement games. And listen, the middle of the season, you kind of get in a lull, Jesse, where you kind of get used to playing and the new wore off a little bit. But when you got a top 5 matchup and something to prove, you bring that extra juice.
You're right, and if you play well in this game, you can ride that momentum down the stretch in November when those games really start to matter. But this is a big one right here. Lots of implications on the line.
And the offense says thank you very much for the bonus yardage, and it'll be first down after the personal foul penalty. On the move, it's Edwards. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, obviously, the running back has been the big story for this offense all season long, and the coaches talked about this in the offseason. They had to identify the right guy in the portal to help this offense be physical, to generate explosive plays, and really take them to the next level. They found their guy. This guy's been so good each and every week. He's been...
Throws toward the end zone. And the throw and catch was good, but you got to do it in the field of play, and he couldn't quite keep that foot in bounds.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Picked up 8 yards there, 3rd down and 2. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Buying a little time to his left. Fires downfield. Makes the grab.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
Run in the red zone, it's Edwards. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Dante Moore. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Nice job by this defense, man. Playing aggressive, playing physical, taking away the easy stuff on the perimeter. Nice job rushing the quarterback, bringing more bodies near the line of scrimmage, getting the sack, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
In the gun on 3rd down. Moore looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ducks!
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it out. It's Pringle. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Hits the hole. It's Jackson. There he goes. Past the 50. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Canes. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's Moore to throw. Turns it upfield. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. They'll go hurry up here.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Moore will throw. Rush right in his face. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front.
There he goes. Running inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks. You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking for space, it's Jackson. Quick spin on the run. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Free yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Thrust that arm out. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Stepping to the right. He'll pull it down. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Fresh center downs going to the air. Out wide left, it's Vaughn. You want to talk about light on your feet. Man, can he get through there. He's down to the 37.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Inside the 25. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. His head is spinning.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Throwing, Mensah. A shot toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Miami! Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Moore to the air. He wants to go deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellows, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We start with a look in on Purdue, taking on the number 19 team, The Rutgers Scarlet Knights.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Arrington. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Fires to the big fella. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Uh-oh, look out. There's a little room there. He rumbles out to the 39-yard line before he's steered out of bounds.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground. And the Ducks are in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry-up.
Moore. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And, man, this defense added again. They've done this so much today. Affected the quarterback, gotten sacks, forced third and long situations. It doesn't matter about the yards on the drive. Now you put them in a very predictable passing situation.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. Goes high to pull it in. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
On the ground, it's Edwards. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Oregon! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Deep in the end zone, it's Pringle. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Now looking for that first down on third and short from the 26. Changing the routes with his receivers. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. He's going to take off. Still on his feet at the 40. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains.
If you blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
Back has it. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Using his legs, it's Pringle. They put the brakes on him.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The fake wants to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down, and you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Oh, he's got some space.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players, certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Throwing more. They're all over him. Myers on the move. Right side, it's Edwards. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
And I think a lot of times on offense, you start to get first and goal. People are like, why do you run outside? You run outside because you want DBs to have to tackle, you know. But they did a good job stringing this play out, not letting it get downhill, and making the tackle on first down.
Dante Moore. Wideout trying to get it in. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal coming. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country.
3rd and goal, the offense still trying to run the football here, and how about the individual effort up front by this defender? Getting penetration, now setting up 4th down.
And he got it! And now the lead is extended a little further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a two-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
On the run from inside his own 5. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Here's Mensah to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Well, I did not have this on my bingo card, guys, but being one of the most talented quarterbacks in college football, to be under 50% completions in this game, nobody saw that coming. He has not been able to find his rhythm, and he looks frustrated.
Second down to the air. Under pressure. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on second and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
And the Hurricanes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Mensah trying to beat the D deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. A first down run in the red zone. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes! His 17th touchdown of the season and 3rd of this game.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. The defense is going to dare them to throw the ball. They know the offense is trying to run out the clock. Got some green grass. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
Yeah, and a nice job by this defense. This is a critical moment, right? We got to get the football back. They're backed up, thank goodness. Force a punt here, get the football back so we can make some magic here in this fourth quarter.
Second and long here. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. Here's more to throw. Left side, it's Bear. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Moore from the gun on third down. Got him downfield. Goes down immediately, but that's just what they needed. It'll be a first down. So Miami signals for a timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. Got an alley. Turning it on. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. They'll go play action with Moore. Out wide left, it's Johnson. Smashes through the tackle. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. He's got the first down, and they'll be able to run it out from here.
They just needed one first down to win this game, and they go play action, David. That little run fake just froze the defense for a half second, opened up the window to get that completion.
And there's still that chance this offense can play a little bit conservative. They got the lead, right? Like, will they throw the football? You're right. The play action makes everybody suck up. They're playing run. They trust their QB. He delivers with the game on the line. Run that clock out. Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Moore into the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it.
That's an impressive touchdown there, considering the plays this defense, particularly the secondary, has already made against him. And we knew this quarterback was going to come into this one, David, and be aggressive. There aren't many people who really scare him, and the defense has made him pay. A couple of bad decisions, a couple of great plays on the back end, one-on-one. But this guy's still taking the shots. He's not backing down, and he's got his offense back on the board.
I think that's the most impressive part. He made some mistakes, and a lot of times you see people that they go in a shell, right? They make mistakes. They can't rebound. They can't find the answers to continue to keep making plays. Make the next play. Make the next play. Now down the stretch to give your team the lead, man. So impressed with the way he's handled adversity and bounced back from some mistakes.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Making the adjustment on the play. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Canes want to move quickly.
Booster.
Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Rush is on. Hit as he throws. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. The forward pass used to be illegal in football. That one still is. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple. is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Bobby Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Hey guys, Georgia's head coach told me pregame. Guys, he told me that his quarterback deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Not only has he taken care of the ball and done a great job through the passing attack, he is devastating in the rushing game. He's been unstoppable this season in the red zone, a true dual-threat quarterback. I'll keep you posted on how he continues to rise in that Heisman conversation. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Coming out with it, it's Pringle. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jackson. Pass to 6. He's loose down the left side. The 30. The 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Canes! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the kick is no good, but there is a flag down, and it looks like roughing the kicker. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He breaks a tackle. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they can win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Look out! Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the catch on 3rd down in the rarest of drops for this guy.
And that's a play on 3rd.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. 4th down, Underwood. Throws for the tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? Come on, he just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Handoff, Frazier running left. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Trying to cut through the noise. He'll get rid of it. Finds a man in the middle. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Bulldogs look to keep this drive humming. The run inside. It's Frazier. Breaks into the open. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Georgia going up tempo. Underwood. They'll run the screen. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Using his feet. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The extra point here would tie the game.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And he's going to bring this one out. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Straight ahead, it's Jackson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Left side is Jacobs. Caught, and he's got room. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Terry and Mensah from the gun on third down. Out wide right, it's Lofton. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Motion from the wideout. Out wide left, it's Lofton. Touchdown, Miami! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. Will use their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Here comes the heat. Slings it downfield. Working on the right. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. And the Dogs come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Frazier. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Motion from the wide receiver. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Here's Underwood to throw. Left side is Frazier. Bust through behind his pad. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. RPO complete. Touchdown, Georgia! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the top.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
He'll bring it out. It's Pringle. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, it's Jackson. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. He's up to 94 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last two drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up fourth down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. He's brought down, not a lot of room to take that one back. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Throwing, Underwood, extending the play. Out wide left, it's Brown. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
It's complete to the right. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that dude. Not easy to do.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
The Bulldogs take their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Underwood. Rush right in his face. Right side, it's Frazier. Makes his man miss. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! Fitted in the window for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Corner's going to give them room. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. They make the stop, and they had to work for it. A nice little juke, and he'll have 7 on that one. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We get right to it with Indiana taking on the number 9 team, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. And it's the Hoosiers coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. That gets them back above 500. They're now 3-2 on the season. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on
it.
you.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him.
Oh, what a grab, pulling it in with one hand. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Underwood to throw. Got his man. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
to throw. It's Underwood. Move to his right. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Just going to keep it after the snap. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be first and goal from the 4. Georgia going up tempo. Quarterback keeps it. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Here's Nate Frazier. Touchdown, Bulldogs! With that, they grab the lead here in the second half.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Now they'll try to answer that opening scoring drive here in the second half. Enough to move the chains. Give him 114 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Quarterback changing the play. They're going to ride this running back. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long. Running inside, it's Jackson. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Out wide right, it's Vaughn. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. Throwing, Mensah. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
On third and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth and long. Sends it back in motion. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Right side, it's Vaughn. Got enough space. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Oh, that may be in, and then strolled into the end zone for the score. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing, Underwood. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Back to pass, it's Underwood. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. There he goes. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Fires to the tight end. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, third downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
Underwood runs through the tackle. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
They're all over it. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking for his man. Out wide right, it's Frazier. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And this play takes a little bit of time to develop. When you're running a wheel, you get the matchup you want. This offense identifies it. They see it right away. Good protection up front, and the running back turns into a wide.
Gashes the heart of the knee. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen, and you saw it right there.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Here's Mensah to throw. Left side, it's Jackson. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Looking for space. It's Jackson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Going to try to get it himself. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Out wide left, it's Jackson. Got room at the 35. Snags it, and he's open. Touchdown, Canes! A great catch and run for 6.
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And that's luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Snags it. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
Well, after allowing a touchdown in the last drive, this offense has to be able to answer. And getting that 3rd down here on the 3rd play of this drive is a good step toward doing that. Nice job by the QB. Good rhythm. This offense now has got it going. They need to pay this thing off, but that was a big one, no question.
Man, I'm going to be curious to see this offense down the stretch. That's back-to-back runs. This is a pivotal part of the game. We're in the 4th quarter. Like, what are they going to lean on? What weapon are they going to go to find a way to get across the finish line?
And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Well, no mystery here. 3rd in California late in the game. Defense knows they're going to throw it, so they're going to have a lot of guys back in zone coverage. These guys up front are going to be pinning their ears back. Quarterback better have the clock going off in his head.
On 3rd down, here's Frazier. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down. So Miami signals for a timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Georgia lining up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Makes a move. Quick step and go. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. first snap of this drive will come from the 46. Wide receiver going in motion. Mensah. Right side, it's Jackson. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Using his legs, it's Jackson. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. This for the lead and very likely the win. The Canes will have it 1st and 10. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Wants to throw one first. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. A mere 3 seconds remaining in this one as they'll use a timeout. And the field goal unit is on the field. And it all comes down to this. Make or miss, win or lose. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. With the line of scrimmage at the 32, they'll line up for a 49-yard field goal attempt and a chance to win the game. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. With a condensed field in overtime, if you can establish the run, it is a huge advantage.
Big-time advantage. You establish your physicality, come out the gates, put you in a positive way. Now, I can play action, opens the whole playbook.
Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
Yeah, and you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside. And a lot of times you try to find a way to get to the perimeter. This offense does a good job. They toss the football. Nice job by the defense. Now, forcing a 3rd down.
They want to keep this drive alive. 3rd and short here in overtime. Throwing, Mensah. Oh, pressure's coming. He caught it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big time.
Touchdown, Miami! They strike first in the extra period. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was
wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
He'll pull it down and run. Got his man downfield. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Defense going to use a timeout here to make sure everyone is crystal clear on their assignment here in overtime. First and goal in overtime, and they have to answer with a touchdown. They'll run with Nate Frazier. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. And now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
The old horseshoe, Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
The Hurricanes head coach told me before the game, this running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And the Canes will kick off first, and here we go. From deep, it's Price. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. looking for a gap. It's Rodgers. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Keelan Russell finds his man. It's Rodgers. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking up.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. 4th down, Russell. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I understand what the quarterback's trying to do. He's trying to get it to his playmaker out there quickly in space, but I don't think he anticipated the linebacker beelining the way he did. It was almost as if the linebacker knew where the QB was going with the football.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. The play in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20 on a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Throwing Russell. Fires to the wideout. Couldn't set his feet.
Man, you are rolling the dice every time you throw this guy's way. He is one of the best corners in the entire country. Everybody has their eye on him every single game. He does a great job breaking on that ball and forcing the incompletion.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Keeping his eyes downfield. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Unloads it downfield. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
The Hurricanes have it with a 1st and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the return, it's Price. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Russell on play action. Under pressure. Chuck it away just as he was hit. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human, keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. Russell. Turns it upfield. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. Russell will throw for it on 4th. He spins that thing down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Here's the give off the left side. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. They'll run the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Hurricanes will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. And the Canes line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. Coverage unit all over him. Stopped immediately. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last one. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Looking downfield. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And you know they're going to go for it again on 4th down. At least you think they are, because early in this game, we've already seen...
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. 4th down, Russell. He lets it fly. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. The 20. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Quick give. It's Jackson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Going to try the upside. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
This is the time where it's so much fun to play defense. When you get a guy in the open field and you're beating down on him, and you got an angle on him, and you're ready to lay the wood. Great job by the defensive guy taking advantage of the situation and laying the lumber.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man. And that's not going to be a first down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on 3rd and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man.
He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker.
Number 22, set to kick off.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. They go play action with Russell. Moving to his left. On the run, fires downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Keelan Russell. Grabbed behind the line. It's Rodgers. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. So now after that holding call, here's 2nd down, and they need 20. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He's got it way down the field. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. The Buckeyes peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Left side is Glover. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
After that false start, the whole approach changes now on 2nd and 10. Throwing Russell. Pulls it in. It's Roberts. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Russell on play action. Rolls right. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Goes high to pull it in. He's brought down the one of play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Rodgers. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Setting up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. So Miami signals for a timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Russell. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Russell will throw for it on 4th. Moving out to the right. He wants it all. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
It's a good young lesson for all young receivers out there. Never jump up and down waving your hands trying to get the attention of the quarterback, because guess what? All you're doing instead is getting the attention of the defense. They're able to run over and get the INT.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's Mensah to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Play action on 1st down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Well, obviously, at this point in the 1st half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Rush is on. He's going to run it. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Miami. Once he got some room, it was over. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a big play, 68 yards on the touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Glover. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Keelan Russell throws to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Glover. That's where they'll mark him. A very productive play and a 1st down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Hits inside. It's Rodgers. Turning it on. Last-ditch effort to get points before the half. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with Baylor taking on the number 7 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And it's the Red Raiders on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Mountain West.